I mean, I have had massive lobbies by small businesses individually and by small business organisations about the payment to subcontractors, especially in the construction industry. And one of the reasons why at the Procurement Board we have introduced guidance and also changed the construction order to ensure that where a payment is claimed by a main contractor and has been paid to a main contractor, that we expect the same terms of payment to be used by the main contractor to subcontractors. So when they enter into a procurement contract with the public sector, they'll have to sign a fair payment charter. Secondly, the project manager is expected on a monthly basis to interrogate the invoices which have come in, where they haven't been paid, to demand an explanation. And if there is consistent bad payment by a main contractor, then a certificate of competence will not be given at the end of the job to that contractor, and the ultimate sanction is that the main contractor can be banned from applying for public sector tenders for 1 year, because we've got to have some stick in all of this. And I mean, hopefully that will help to improve the payments to some of the small businesses on the supply chain.
Accepting that the health boards are arm's length bodies, but nonetheless are spending public money for which you ultimately are the paymaster, what can you do to bring influence to bear and ensure that there's better payment of invoices within that system?
Well, you know, on major contracts, they're subject to the same procurement guidance as what departments would be. So there we can impose the kind of regime that I've talked about in respect of payments down the supply chain. Where it's maybe direct contracts which they have, you know, one-off purchases from businesses, we perhaps don't have the same control there.
And if you don't have the same control there, though, how can those businesses try and get a fair treatment?
Well, I mean, I think that the first thing is this. I mean, I've said this time and time again. Businesses have to tell us that this is not happening. I mean, sometimes small businesses have said to me, well, we don't want to raise the issue because we're afraid if we stir the pot, then we'll not get another contract. Now, you'll not know there's a problem if people don't tell you there's a problem. And the only people who can tell you there's a problem are the people who are experiencing it. So, you know, we need to have the supply of information. And all I can say is, as Finance Minister, I will then be looking at the record of departments and of their arm's length bodies, and it's up to the Minister in those departments then to make sure that the policy which the Executive has laid down, that we want to have payments within 30 days. Our ideal is payments within 10 days, and we've set targets for those, for ministers to make sure that those departments that they're in control of meet those targets.